And we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 100. Woo. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, executive producer, the show creator. That would be my son, Matt.
That's me.
That's you. And we do have a big announcement that we were mentioning.
And, we could wait until the last 5 minutes of the show. We could keep you all waiting.
Oh, that'd be so cruel, wouldn't it?
But we're not going to do it.
No, we're not going to do it. No.
We're the people's show.
Yes, we are. Yeah,
okay,
that's the way to say it.
Should we say it?
All right, so our big announcement is... We've got merch.
Yeah.
Yay.
Make it a great day, y'all.
Yo, make it a great day.
We figured this would be the perfect first thing to have. Because he says it every day. And you guys seem to like it, so we got merch.
Yes. If anyone doesn't know the story, it was how I used to sign off on the radio every day. I would say, have a great day. I'm sorry, have a great day implies the outcome of the day just happens. But make it a great day means you're taking action to make today great. So that's how I came up with our saying here. We've got T-shirts. You notice he's got his hoodie.
I got my hoodie.
Yep.
Let's see. We got the T-shirt in Pete's white with a blue font.
Yep.
We got black with a white font. I'm holding it the wrong way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Make it a great day.
Yeah.
We have them in men's T-shirts, women's T-shirts, unisex hoodies.
Yeah.
What else do we have? We have mugs.
We have mugs that say the Pete Braley Show on one side and make it a great day on the other.
Yeah, so they look like our mugs, but better, actually. And then we also have the logo tee, if you just want to rep the show.
Yeah, if you want to rep the show.
We got the logo tee.
Yeah.
And the link is in the description. And I'm also, let me see if I'll post it in the chat if I can.
Okay. So, yeah, we've got some stuff. And this is kind of just the beginning. We have some other ideas about things that we'll be rolling out, but I know someone mentioned merch. I think it was Gail mentioned water bottles. Maybe we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned merch a long time ago. So
somebody tell me if that link works.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So if you want to support the show and support what we do here, you can rep some merch and also remind people to make it a great day.
Yeah, make it a great day.
That's the goal here.
Yay!
Yeah.
So that's our announcement.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys liked it.
Hopefully, Yahtzee. That was it.
We were sitting here before the show and we were like, is this actually a big announcement? Or is this like a moderate sized announcement?
Underwhelming?
Is it average?
Yeah.
Average size?
That's our announcement.
Yeah.
So,
hope you like it.
Hope you like it.
If not, we're extremely sorry.
And thank you to, I think some of you have been there all 100 mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that.
And also, I do want to say just a quick tidbit here because I don't want anyone to get something that they don't like. The shirts are slim fit.
Oh, yes.
So if you like things looser fit, we do recommend sizing up.
Yep.
That's the only thing I wanted to throw in there. Same thing with the hoodies.
Very good. Coming up today, we have another relationship story looking for your advice. I'm not sure if it's a am I an a-hole story or not, but we'll see.
Okay.
A new poll about pet owners who share their food at the dinner table with their pets. American personalities vary by region. And what are you really bad at? What are you really bad at? No matter how many times you try to do it. Like for your sister Sarah, that would be parallel parking. Probably.
I would say probably podcasting. Somehow,
no matter how many times we try.
100 shows in. I don't really know why.
We have a great show planned for you today. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do here, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live weekdays here on YouTube and also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. Don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail with your questions, comments, birthdays, anniversaries, Feel Good Friday stories, whatever. It's 774-473-9910. Welcome to Wednesday. It is November 10th. 15 days until Thanksgiving, 2 weeks from tomorrow. 40 days until Matt's birthday.
Hey.
45 days until Christmas, 52 until the New Year, and 362 days until Gail's birthday.
Woo!
Put you in there.
We got it in there, yeah.
I mean, who do we have in that chat? So we have...
Let's see. I did forget that I actually have pictures of the merch.
Oh, the stuff.
Yeah, I should have shown. I made that. I should show what I made.
But there you go.
There's everything we got.
Right.
But yeah. Oh, and there's also the logo T-shirt that I showed you.
Yeah.
But 6 fit perfectly on the thing. But yeah, so I wanted to show you guys that. Let's see. Diane said, happy 100 all. Thank you.
Happy 100. She did say on Facebook, don't forget your mimosas, people.
We forgot the mimosas.
Well, I have my routines.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do some post-show mimosas.
Post-show mimosas.
Yeah. We still have to, I don't even know if we have orange juice. I think there's a higher chance that we have champagne than orange juice.
I think we do.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Gail said, happy 100. Looking forward to the next 1,000 with you. That's a lot of pressure.
Whoa.
Was listening to some Hunter while waiting. Well, thank you.
Whoa.
Hunter appreciates. Gary said, 100. Congrats, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Abby said, woo, 100. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Dana says, 100 bottles of beer on the wall. 100 bottles of beer.
Oh, take one down and pass it around.
99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Yep.
Like the stream, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Abby, for the shout out. Everyone like it. If you like it. If you don't like it, feel free to not like it.
Yeah.
Justin said, happy 100. Thank you, Justin.
All right.
And let's see. Gail said, I was hoping it was more merch. Well, there you go.
You were.
Diane said, merch, love it.
Super.
I hope you guys like the Make It a Great Day thing, too. We were stoked to have that be the first one. We feel like that's the staple of the show here.
Studio Doug Charlie, who I have got to train to turn around so that he can say good morning to you folks.
True. Abby says the next should be we are live on the front and peace on the back. Maybe. That's one we hadn't considered because it wasn't a thing until 2 days ago.
Until 2 days ago, yeah.
Let's see. Andrea says happy 100th show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana says, do you have size fat? Dana. Look at the website. We got you. Gail said, I'm stoked. Nice. And they said the link works. That's great. Abby said, today is Mom's birthday. Yes, happy birthday.
Oh, that's right.
Happy birthday, Pauline.
Happy birthday, Pauline. Yeah.
Let's see. Diane says, is really bad at resisting merch. Well, there you go.
All right.
Peter says, listening on my phone, didn't want to miss number 100. Go, Pete and Matt. Thank you, Peter. And we miss
Peter.
you guys being here every day in the chat.
Yes.
We do. I miss our little banter, Peter.
Might we have you tomorrow on Veterans Day? That's a day off from school, right?
True. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
It's also happy birthday to the Marine Corps today. The Continental Congress first established the Continental Marines on this day in 1775, leading up to the American Revolution. It's National Forget-Me-Not Day. It reminds Americans of the sacrifices returning soldiers have made. Created in 1921, this day reminds Americans that National Forget-Me-Not originally raised funds for services for returning injured soldiers. And it's also National Vanilla Cupcake Day, which is my go-to if I have a choice.
Not my go-to.
No? You like the chocolate?
Big chocolate guy.
Yeah. On the date book, on this day in 1885, German engineer Gottlieb Daimler unveiled the world's first motorcycle, 1885. On this day in 1908, the first Gideon Bible is put in a hotel room. No matter where you stay, look in the drawer, you'll find a Bible.
Have you heard the money thing about Bibles?
The money thing?
Yeah, there's...
No.
For some reason, I don't know the reason why people put money in the Bible, but if you flip through a Bible, apparently there's a good chance that you'll find money in between the pages.
Maybe for safekeeping?
I don't know. Well... I don't know, but then like you don't want to take all the money because then you're kind of greedy. But I'm sure a lot of people take the money. But I don't know if maybe it's leaving it for someone who might need it, and then if you need it, you take it. I don't know, but yeah, there might be money in the Bible in your hotel room.
I think the whole idea behind the Gideon Bible was for lonely salesmen on the road to be able to read something and turn to God.
Gotcha.
On this day in 1940, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Philadelphia Eagles play one of only 4 penalty-free games in NFL history. They never dropped the flag in the game.
That's crazy.
There's only been 4 of them.
The refs were probably sitting there like, come on, somebody jump off sides. This is a new flag. It's satin.
I want a yoke set.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of refs. A lot of people complaining about Monday night's refs.
A couple games, actually. I think, I don't know if it was Sunday night's game. There was another game that, I think it was Sunday night's game because I think Chris Collinsworth was very upset with the refereeing. That
you know what I heard Boomer say? Boomer Esiason does a radio show in New York City, and he was talking about the refs Monday night, and he said the whole taunting thing came out of last year when teams were playing with no fans in the stands. So the refs and I guess coach, whoever, they heard everything the guys said to each other. So they were like, this has to stop. Too much taunting.
It's a lot this year, though. Like, if they're kind of overdoing it. I mean, if they're saying stuff they shouldn't be saying, then I guess it's justified. Yeah. But I guess Adam Thielen from the Vikings came out and said that the taunting calls need to stop. Like, they got to fix that.
On this day in 1951, the first long-distance telephone call without an operator helping. On this day in 1969, Sesame Street premiered on PBS. Wow, it's been around that long. 1989, the Germans begin demolishing the Berlin Wall. On this day in 1990, Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin premiered in Chicago. The first Hunger Games movie premiered on this day in 2014, and that same day, Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars was released. Great song. Celebrity birthdays. Sinbad is 65. Linda Cohn from ESPN is 62. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy, 58. Ellen Pompeo is 52. Miranda Lambert is 38. Basketball's Kendrick Perkins is 37. And Josh Peck of Drake and Josh is 35.
What a guy.
All right. We get to our random question here this morning. What are you really bad at, no matter how hard you try? I mentioned that briefly before. What are you really bad at, no matter how many times you try? For Sarah, it would be parallel parking, and she admits it. She will drive around to find some other space so she won't have to parallel.
I would do the same. Yeah, if there's an option to not parallel park, I'm not doing it. Real quick though, Paul said, "Matt, is your birthday December 25th?" No, that would be Jesus. Mine is the 20th. Thank you for looking out though. I appreciate it. If you want to send any presents or cupcakes or anything,
make a note.
Hit me up.
Make a note. We should do a bit about what's it like having your birthday that close to Christmas. Do you feel robbed?
You're
like it?
always the make a note guy, but this one time I'll make a note. For you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
So, what are you really bad at? No matter how many times you try, you can let us know in the chat, or if you're watching this later in the day, feel free to mention it in the comments. If you're listening on podcast, send it to me telepathically. Or when you get home, text it or just answer our Facebook question.
Yeah.
Okay. In the news this morning, host Brian Williams is leaving MSNBC and NBC next month. He's been with NBC for 27 years and with MSNBC since 2016. The network is saying he wants to spend more time with his family, which some people think is code for we didn't want to pay him more and he's taking his chances elsewhere. I can't see him really. Well, I guess he would be near retirement age for some, but you usually don't see someone of that caliber step down, But he did have his issues.
I don't know.
3 men are suing Oklahoma County jail employees who investigators found forced them to stand handcuffed for hours and listen to the song Baby Shark on repeat. Attorneys for 3 former inmates filed the civil suits last week. The men described the discipline tactics as torture events. A criminal investigation last year determined at least 4 inmates were secured to a wall with their hands cuffed behind them, while the song played on a loop at a loud volume for hours in 2 separate incidents in November and December of 2019. In the lawsuit, attorneys pointed out how in West Palm Beach, Florida, the song was blasted outside an event center in 2019 to keep homeless people from sleeping there at night. 2 former detention employees and their supervisor were charged with misdemeanor counts of cruelty to a prisoner and conspiracy as a result of the investigation. There will be a trial in February.
Now, if it was a different song, do you think this would be a case? I don't think so. I think that song is definite torture.
Over and over again at a high volume. Yeah.
I think if it was, Bohemian Rhapsody, I don't think that's a lawsuit. I think
sing along.
They'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, that song is like 30 hours long. So, you got time.
It's a way to make time go by.
Yeah.
A pastor in Nashville. Hello, studio dog Charlie. A pastor in Nashville stopped a man who pulled out a gun while in church. The 26-year-old man was sitting at the church with a firearm in his hand when he walked up to the altar where several parishioners and the pastor were praying. He then started waving the gun around, and he told everyone to get up and pointed the handgun at the congregation. That's when the pastor quickly tackled the man before he was able to fire his weapon. Many of the church members helped the pastor as they worked to disarm the man and hold him on the ground until police arrived. Yikes. 2 couples in Los Angeles experienced an IVF nightmare, that's in vitro fertilization, right? In which the mothers each gave birth to the other's biological baby after a fertility lab mixed up their embryo. Wow. The one couple spent months raising another couple's child before their suspicions that something was wrong. It was they felt so determined about this, they went and had a DNA test done. That's how they found out that their little girl was not, in fact, biologically theirs. And the couple she did belong to had been raising their biological daughter as well. What would you do in that case?
I mean, they're like if you're opening up this place, right? Like this clinic or whatever they call it. It's got to be the first thing that you think about. You're like, okay, we can't do this.
Yeah.
This is the one thing we can't. Well, no, there's a lot of things you probably can't do, but this is the important thing you can't do. And they did it.
The parents did make the decision to swap babies when they were 4 months old.
I was wondering, yeah.
Yeah. And now they're suing the clinic, of course.
And you're definitely going to win.
Which is the California Center for Reproductive Health. And they're suing its owner for medical malpractice, negligence, and fraud.
That's crazy.
You know, and I was thinking, because, you know, we recently saw Liam, you know, grow through that 4 months. So much happens in those 4 months.
Yeah.
And
the one thing that I hope is that they all stay friends. Like I hope they get really close from this. And
that would be
nice.
nice.
The kids can grow up together.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sitting too much can lead to feelings of depression and anxiety. Stand up.
We've had a lot of reports about the benefits of standing, so I think this might need to become a standing show.
Researchers studied more than 3,000 people across the U.S. The people self-reported how much time they spent doing activities like sitting, looking at screens, and exercising, and how those behaviors compared to before the pandemic. And they also indicated changes to their mental well-being. People who got between 2.5 to 5 hours of moderate to vigorous physical activity each week before the pandemic decreased their physical activity by 32% on average. And these people reported feeling more depressed, anxious, and lonely. Yeah, you got to get up. You got to get moving. I mean, even if you're just walking around the house, you know?
Vigorous physical activity just kind of like scares me from that. I'm like, whoa. Like,
yeah,
what
those
are we doing
words.
Here? Like, if you want to go for a quick jog,
yeah,
sure. But vigorous, I'm thinking like burpees. Like, whoever created burpees can go burpee off a cliff. You know what I'm saying?
I had to ask, was it Kat? I had to ask, what are burpees?
It's every terrible workout in one. It's push-ups. Push-ups, you jump up, you do a squat, right? Well, I think I'm missing one. Isn't there 3 things in a burpee?
I don't know.
You do a push-up and then you like jump up, do a squat, and then go back down or something. It's terrible.
No, thank you.
It sucks.
No.
Yeah.
A judge in Georgia has issued a tongue-in-cheek order banishing the elf on the shelf from his county. The judge wrote, inexplicably, elves sometimes move and don't move overnight. When these elves do not move, it leaves our children of tender years in states of extreme emotional distress. He tweeted that its order was a gift to tired parents. He explained that families who love their elves can feel free to keep them, adding, no contempt. There'll be no contempt charges if you still have your elf, but he's just granting tired parents some relief. And a trash barrel from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, ended up in Ireland. A barnacle-covered trash barrel made it more than 3,500 miles across the Atlantic Ocean. The city of Myrtle Beach took to Twitter to reveal a man from Ireland wrote them and shared pictures of the bright blue barrel with city stickers on it. City officials also say that the barrel must have been carried away in the Gulf Stream during a major wind or storm event.
The ocean and
somewhere.
like currents drive me insane.
Yeah.
Like when that whole thing came out about the trash coming over from China or something.
Yes.
Like it was going to hit Hawaii or California.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Crazy stuff. Ocean currents, man. Like,
I've also heard that there is a large area of rubber ducks somewhere out there.
That sounds like a horror film.
A container of rubber duckies fell off a cargo ship.
Thank you for saying duckies. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just floating around out there somewhere.
The container, or do we think the container's open?
I think that, well, obviously the ducks got out, so it must have been open somehow. But
just
yeah,
thinking,
they're
like, imagine like, I'm just picturing sirens going off, tsunami warning. And all you see is Just a fleet of ducks, like just coming on in.
Wouldn't it be wild?
God, that's scary, man.
Let's reshoot The Perfect Storm. Remember that movie with George Clooney?
See,
where the fishing boat's going up this massive wave, and here comes the rubber ducks.
I'm getting more like Sharknado vibes.
Yes, that would work.
Never seen that, but heard it was terrible.
I saw one. Yeah,
You actually watched it?
It's so bad, it's funny.
Aren't there 3? Didn't they make 3 of them?
I think so. Yeah.
My question is, how did people sign off after the first one? They're like, you know what? I'm going to give you the money to make a second one. And then after the second one, they were like, I'm going to give you the money to make the third.
I think they have a cult following, you know?
I guess.
Just enough people love it and go crazy.
I don't think, does anyone love it? Like, I think the only people watching it are the people that pick on it, right?
Do we have any fans of Sharknado?
I know. Not to pick on you, but let me know if you're in love with Sharknado.
So what's going on in the chat? We talked yesterday about you didn't look at the chat. You didn't.
Which
give me
sometimes
a chance.
it's okay. Like you give me good times here and there, but then other times it's like you ask a question. Like I got people that answered it, and you're like, "Moving on. Exercise is a sham."
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. A made up story.
I will try to be
sham.
more consistent.
Let's see. Diane says I'd go to jail if they would do Bohemian Rhapsody on me. There you go.
Yeah.
Dana says that was a fudge up and a half to the baby mix up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Peg's here. She said, congratulations on 100. Looking forward to the next 100. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we can keep this going for another 100. We might run out of ideas at some point. Dana also said that's going to be a big chunk of cha-ching. That's
cha-ching.
Let's see. Diane says, one relief to the parents must have been at least their child was well taken care of by the other couple because they wanted a child as much as they did. It's a great point.
Yeah,
that
is a good point.
Dana says, in response to burpees, Pete, you might remember it as a squat thrust. I thought a squat thrust was a different thing, but maybe it's the same thing.
Isn't that you explode out of a squat?
You're doing a squat
right?
at some point, and you're doing a push-up at some point, and you're exploding into the other one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mia says, if you think burpees are bad, look up the CrossFit exercise man makers.
Man makers?
I don't think I want to do that. That scares me.
I'm curious. Okay.
If I look it up, does that mean I have to do it? Because if that's the deal, no. If I can look it up while laying in my bed eating goldfish crackers, I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
I'm all for it.
Gail said, place my merch order. Gail, you're too good to us. You're too good to us,
Thank
Gail.
you so much.
Abby says, Mo has that movie. There are shut your mouth.
Sharknado?
Abby says there are 7 Sharknados. That can't be true.
7?
Is that true? They signed off on it 7 times?
Yeah, evidently.
At that point, what's the plot? How do you have a different plot every time? Or do they not? I mean, look it up.
Yeah.
I believe you. It's funny. Once somebody tells me to look it up, I'm like, I believe you. Yeah. Not.
I mean, if you feel that strongly that something will back up your point.
If you know that I can look it up and find the answer, I don't need to look it up.
Yeah,
I trust you.
I believe you.
Yeah. At that point, I trust you. And that's it.
Yet another pet story for you today. There's a new poll that finds 22% of pet owners share their food at the dinner table with their pets. Do we throw mom under the bus now here?
We probably should.
She's not the only one. I've done it too. He's just so darn cute when he sticks his head up on the table.
I know, but you guys are creating bad habits.
I know we are.
Roast them in the comments.
Get this, though. 6% of adults, now I know it's small, but it still exists. 6% of adults will actually jump in and take a bath with their furry companion.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that was my response. Maybe if that's the only way you can get them to stay in the tub. I can't think of the reason.
But my question would be, are you like just kind of like stepping in the tub to like aid in the cleaning process? Or are you like sitting in there, bar of soap, like, so glad we're getting clean together? I don't know. What's a dog's name?
Muffin.
Yeah. Sure. Muffin?
Little dog? No? Muffin?
I guess. Did you have a dog named Muffin?
I did not, but I've heard others.
Okay. That's news to me.
The survey also found kisses are basically a requirement when it comes to owning a pet. Oh, he's giving kisses. 97% of respondents say they always let their pet lick or kiss them. 97.
Yeah, but like, what are we defining as a kiss? Charlie will come over and like, I don't know, lick your chin.
Yeah.
Like I don't whatever. But like nothing on the lips, my man.
No.
Stay away from that.
He's more
stuff.
like lick your
I've
hand.
I've seen what you lick in your free time. I don't want any of that.
2 out of 3 people let their furry friends jump on the couch.
Oh yeah.
58% admit their dog or cat actually has their own spot on the couch.
I don't think Charlie's
not yet.
claimed one. Baxter had one.
Yes, he had one.
Yeah.
The average pet owner says their companion sleeps in their bed 4 times a week.
Every night, yeah.
7. In fact, 44% admit their cat or dog climbs into their bed every night. Yeah.
There it is. If he's not in your bed, he's in mine. So
Yeah. Hello.
he says, put the tablet down. Put
I
it
know.
down. Do it from memory.
He does that. Did you see him?
He's our producer. He's like, Pete, do it from memory.
Yeah.
It'll look smoother.
It'll look smoother.
Yeah.
49% also let their pets sit at or under the dinner table so that they can share meals with them. Sit at that. Sarah used to do that.
Oscar would, yeah.
Yeah, Sarah used to do that with Oscar the Beagle.
That was my favorite thing. I have many pictures of Oscar, not even just at dinner. Actually, it was never at dinner because you had to seriously worry about Oscar eating everyone's food.
Right. Yeah.
But like after dinner, when we were just hanging out, no plates on the table, we would have him hop up and he would sit there so perfect and just kind of follow the conversation. Like, that's a good point, Debbie. Thank you for that. Have you done your taxes yet, Trish? You know.
American personalities do differ by region. Researchers considered 5 personality traits: extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, emotional stability, I need this, and openness. By the way, I had to look it up. Extroversion is characterized by sociability, talkativeness, assertiveness, and excitability. Mm-hmm. The least extroverted states in the country are Washington, Oregon, and Maine.
The least extrovert?
Least extroverted.
I feel like that makes sense.
I do.
I feel like those are kind of places you would want to go if you're, introverted.
Dana, do you agree? You go to Maine a lot in the summer?
See, it's a weird definition because, like, well, it makes sense that extrovert, sociable was like the key word there.
Right.
Because, like, it's not like you just want to stay inside. Because you wouldn't go to Maine if you want to stay inside.
No, a lot of Mainers go outdoors. Yeah. But they keep to themselves.
Alone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Wisconsin has the most extroverted population, with Illinois, Iowa, and Nebraska coming in next. The Midwest seems to be a friendly and outgoing place. New Mexico, Nevada, Montana, and Vermont do not measure as very extroverted relative to the rest of the country. Abby?
Again, a lot of those states make sense, though.
Yeah. Abby, do you agree? Not many extroverts in Vermont? Now, for agreeableness, the Southeast measures as the clear winner, with pockets of the Dakotas and Minnesota also high on the scale.
Interesting.
When it comes to conscientiousness, the Southeast ranks the highest. Coastal California is the worst. When it comes to emotional stability, the Northeast ranks the lowest.
Yeah, there it is.
By a noticeable amount. We're not emotionally stable.
Have you seen people up here drive?
Good point.
They will literally murder you.
Good point.
If you, cut them off. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As for openness, the West measures as more open than the East.
Interesting.
The exception is Florida, which rates as very open. And the northern Midwest comes in last. So, is Florida an open state, I guess?
Yeah. Another thing about driving, though, have you ever, made a mistake, you cut somebody off?
Oh, yeah.
But then it's they're so mad at you and you can't, it's not like you can get out, give them a hug and be like, I'm so sorry. I messed up. I messed up.
I've always wished, and maybe Amazon has it, I've always wished there could be a big sign that says, I'm sorry.
Maybe
so
a light,
you could just, hey, I'm sorry.
Maybe a light on the back of your car that, when you do it, you can just turn it on. It says, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did it a couple weeks ago. I accidentally cut somebody off, didn't,
Right.
I was wrong, 100% wrong.
Yeah.
Did not see them coming. I cut them off. And they were so mad. And I was and they were riding up on me. You know how people do?
Yep.
And I was I don't know what to do in this situation because I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, but people make mistakes, but they're so mad. I don't know. I love the people because I've driven with them that when they make a mistake and the other person gets mad, they get mad back. And it's you were wrong.
Yeah.
You're not, apologize. I just apologize to the air. I don't know if anyone else does this. When I cut somebody off, I just I wave and I'm I'm sorry, but half the time they can't see you.
Or you,
but I try and mouth the words.
You at least try to I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hate that.
Here's the relationship story I mentioned once before, and I maybe it's an MI&A whole story. A father of 2 has come under fire online after he admitted he cut off his wife's TV streaming subscription service because he wanted her to get a job. The man said his wife of 5 years became a stay-at-home mom without consulting him on whether that was something he was okay with. That's your first problem, right? Because of that, he says money was tighter than he would like it to be. The man explained that both he and his wife had jobs when they got married, but that she quit her position soon after because she didn't like her job. Whenever he asked his wife when she would start looking for another job, she would tell him to stop pressuring her. The couple ended up having 2 children back to back, with their son now age 3 and their daughter is a year and a half. The man says, a few months ago after she was born, when I asked my wife what her plans were job-wise, she finally just said, I don't want to go back to work. You make enough money for us to get by. Just let me be a wife and mother. In return, he said, I basically he admits that he doesn't have to do anything around the house. He said she's a great mother to our kids. She's a great wife. You know, she does everything around the house. I'm quite lucky in many ways. He does say, I don't feel as if I signed up for this. We were both working when we got married, and I never thought we'd have to live on just my income. I tried to talk to her about going back to work even part-time to help with our finances, but she just won't hear it. He said he cut off some of her family's subscription TV things, which she was not pleased with, and they ended up with a fight. Now, people had mixed opinions about the story, with many feeling the couple were both making financial decisions unilaterally instead of together. Laterally canceling streaming services in the middle of shows that she was watching without talking to her is rude.
That's rough.
Yep. Someone else said her refusal to consider going back to work at the expense of her family's well-being is not acting like a partner. And someone said canceling some streaming services if you're struggling to budget is a perfectly sensible thing to do.
Agreed.
But the way they went about it comes across as petty punishment.
Also agreed.
Yeah.
I need to start off by saying I love how when you're having relationship problems, the first reaction is, let me ask the entire internet. Like, I love that. Because this is, I mean, it happens all the time, you know?
Yeah.
We see it even on Facebook. Like, there's people that go through some stuff.
True.
And their first reaction is to, like, let
me
Facebook
see
know.
what
And
everyone
it's like,
thinks.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know, does Facebook need to know?
My generation
There's
would
a lot
not
of there's a
do
lot.
that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things there though. I don't know. I mean, canceling the first thing that broke my heart a little bit was canceling streaming services in the middle of a show. That you know that.
Yeah.
I'm a big TV guy. Love me my TV shows. If someone did that, I don't know. There's a lot of great points. I mean, she takes care of everything around the house. He said, and I think we talked about this with the previous story. Like that can be a job in itself.
True.
He says he's lucky in that aspect, but I think another key aspect is they're struggling financially.
Yeah, to me, the main thing is they're not communicating. They're not talking to each other.
Yeah, they're talking to the internet. That's about it, though. Yeah, no, they're not talking to each other.
Anybody else have any
Because I feel
thoughts
like
on this?
there's simple solutions that can be made. You know, let her finish watching the shows and then cancel the streaming. Then you could save some money, but not upset her. Or, I mean, it's kind of like, if you want to keep the streaming, that's fine, but, you know, we're going to need another...
We have to cut something else.
or we're going to need more money coming in. So
Right. Maybe
I think this could all be solved with, like, one night, you know, sit down, have a discussion, turn the TV shows off for a second, you know.
And put your phone away.
Yeah. And, like, I feel like this isn't that complicated of a situation. There's, like, a couple options here. You just got to pick one.
And there was one other comment that said, if they keep this kind of attitude up, he'll resent her for being lazy, and she'll resent him for being controlling, and the whole thing's going to fall apart. Mm-hmm. Probably, right?
Let's see. Justin said, I mean, being a mother is unpaid labor. The kids are 1 and 3. He doesn't do anything at home. Does he expect her to do that and work? That's a great point. She's taking care of everything at the house.
Yep.
Yeah. So I feel like the easy option is just tell her straight up, we got to cut some things.
Yeah.
But appreciate everything she's doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the answer. But again, they asked the internet. And quite frankly, my opinion means nothing. I wake up and tell myself that every day.
To that couple, yeah, it doesn't
matter. It doesn't. Let's see. There was something else here. Dana says, because you're the only one on Facebook with problems. Giggle. Yeah, right? Everybody that posts on Facebook, it's like their own personal reality show there. Yep. Everybody's watching. Let's see. Gail said, I think the couple needs to learn to communicate. Yeah, for sure.
That's the big thing, I think.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. I do have a correction to make this morning. I feel
snap.
I feel like I'm the, daily newspaper here running a correction.
I never get to use that sound effect.
It fits.
It does.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd has been crowned as People's Sexiest Man Alive for 2021.
But before you all attack Pete for lack of credibility, it wasn't his fault.
It says right here, last week, the New York Post had predicted Chris Evans would be chosen. That's the story I went with. Darn New York Post. The announcement was made on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Rudd told People magazine, I do have an awareness enough to know that when people hear that I'd be picked for this, they would say, what? This is not false humility. There are so many people that should get this before me. But the 52-year-old actor says he's going to soak up the title while he can. He says, I'm going to lean into it hard. I'm going to own this. I'm going to try to be like, oh, I'm so modest. I'm getting business cards made, but all of my friends will destroy me, and I expect them to, and that's why they're my friends.
I don't think Paul Rudd's given himself enough credit. I think the internet has grown this universal fondness over Paul Rudd, and because I've seen so many things about how he doesn't age.
True.
Like he looks the same, if not better, than he did.
And I apologize for those of you who are trying to say, what's he look like? I would have had a picture, but I just read this like at 7:45, so we didn't have time.
He's in Ant-Man and other stuff. I just remember Ant-Man off the top of my head.
Okay.
He is Ant-Man.
He is Ant-Man.
He's the Ant-Man. Yeah. I love those movies. I don't think they get enough credit.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite Marvel movies right there.
What'd you decide to do about the Hulk? Because didn't Gary say don't bother watching it? It's not the same guy.
I don't think I'm going to watch it until somebody gives me a valid case that I should watch it. I don't think I'm going to watch it. I mean, I get the basics of the story.
Well, I just feel like I'm missing something though, because remember when I was down with Sarah, we were like, okay, we're going to watch all the Marvel movies, and we watched them in order.
Mm-hmm. And I thought, if I'm correct, I think the Hulk is like technically like the first one, or the second one.
Okay. But it's like
depending on what order you're watching.
If it's part of that collection, then I haven't seen them all because I haven't seen that one.
But do you consider it part of the collection because, like, I think it was Gary said it's a different, or someone said it's a different actor.
It was Gary that said it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to make it.
I don't know. Gloria said, "Congrats on 100." Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Also, Dana said, "Love the trumpet." Yeah. I enjoy that sound effect. I don't know. I think it's because we're a positive show. We don't have many.
That was always, I don't know what you've labeled it, but that was always known as the wah-wah on my show.
I just have it as trombone.
Okay.
But Dana called it a trumpet. So.
On my show, it was...
see, I labeled it trombone because, like, where I got it, the sound effect was labeled trombone. So don't accuse me of not understanding instruments.
That was always called the wah-wah.
The other sound effect that gets no love...
Boring, right?
Nature. And also boring. Yeah. I don't know how long that goes on for, but yeah.
Long enough.
Anyways, back to you.
Today's fascinating fact, the sound you hear when you crack your knuckles, which I can't do on demand, but...
peer pressure. Not peer pressure. Stage fright. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Well, that sound is actually gas being released.
Nice.
Some people love it. Some people hate it. But what is it that makes joint cracking so loud? When joints are stretched, the pockets of gas that can be trapped between them are released. When these bubbles of oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide escape, they might make a popping or cracking noise. Whether or not intentional joint cracking is bad for your health has yet to be decided. Some scientists say it is harmless. Others say it may lead to osteoarthritis. So
I know that's like one of the most debated things ever. Is cracking your knuckles really bad for you, or does it have no effect?
I was raised that it was bad. My mom said, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
I don't know.
All right. Random question time. Yesterday, of course, we asked, what Thanksgiving food do you pass when the dishes come around? A couple people said stuffing, including your sister.
Yeah, I never knew that. Disappointed me greatly.
Sarah does not like stuffing.
I don't know what Sarah was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
Some of the other answers were corn casserole, any vegetable, green bean casserole. Greg said he passes on thirds, which is probably good advice. When thirds come around, I'll pass.
Yeah, I mean, you got to save room for dessert.
Yep. Turnip, squash, these are things people pass on, don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Canned peas, another vote for cranberry sauce.
Nice.
And Katrina said turkey, #vegetarian life. I didn't think about that.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Sides are the highlight of Thanksgiving,
So I guess that's all she can eat, right? Are the sides?
Yeah, I guess.
Is
there an alternative?
Yeah.
What is tofu? Tofu is the substitute, right? For meat for vegetarians.
That's what I've been
don't they eat
told.
Tofu? What is it?
I guess I have homework today.
Okay. Unless somebody can tell me in the chat. I see people eating tofu, and I just, what exactly is it?
What are you eating?
Yeah.
So, today's question, what are you really bad at, no matter how hard you try? I asked your mom this last night. She said basketball. Trish said basketball. Can't play basketball.
I'm pretty good at defense. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the answers people have given, playing video games, which I can't do Madden. I've tried. I can't figure that controller out. Some people said driving. I get nervous easily.
Charlie says you're not good at paying attention to me.
Oh, hello, Charlie. I can only drive from home to work and back from work to home. That's all I do. I get nervous driving.
Interesting.
Someone else said math. No matter how much I practice, take extra courses, I'm always bad at it.
Are you practicing? Who practices math? Besides mathematicians. And even then, I would argue they don't even practice.
Someone else said cooking. I can bake pretty good, but whatever I cook has to be covered in molten lead and has to be stored in a bunker.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's interesting, though. You're bad at baking, but bad at cooking, but good at baking.
Now, I was trying to figure this out. I'm not claiming that I'm good at everything. I'm great at everything. I could do it.
He always does those.
What?
Garrett, you're going to start off with I'm not trying to say I'm good at everything, but I mean, I think I'm literally good at everything. Put anything in front of me. I think I'm good at it.
No, I was trying to think, what do I struggle with? Your mom and I laughed because I wrote down calling doctors. Yeah.
I don't think that's bad at it. You just don't like doing it.
I don't like doing it.
There's a difference there.
There's a difference? Okay. So what am I bad? See, my thing is, if I'm bad at something, I don't do it. It's like I could say I'm bad at ice hockey, but I don't play ice hockey anymore.
Back to the calling doctors thing, because I had to call a doctor the other day. I feel like a receptionist's job, their job, is to be overtly positive. You got to kill me with positivity to the point where I kind of want you to tone it down. I feel like if you go into the career of being a receptionist, that's kind of the bar. Voice has to sound like, I don't
happy,
even know.
Cheery.
Super happy all the time.
Hey, how are you?
And I get that I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, but I kind of feel like that's a job requirement. Lately, I've been calling places that have a receptionist, and I just feel like they're not, feeling it. And it bums me out slightly.
You're an imposition on them calling?
Yeah. And I enjoy the positive person on the phone because I've worked in customer service. I have a customer service voice, and I try to use that when I call people.
Okay.
I feel like we should be competing for who's the most positive on this phone call. Yeah. I enjoy that part of it. I don't like calling doctors' offices, or any place with a receptionist. But that's the one part I enjoy, is when they're so nice. I really enjoy that. And I just feel like I've been disappointed lately. I've just been getting the most mundane receptionists.
I've always felt that a receptionist is the first impression someone has of your company. Yeah. So they should do that. Of course, they're not paid well for that.
Yeah,
they're not paid what they deserve.
I had one receptionist last week not wish me have a good day at the end. It ended with bye, and I was like, well, that's weird. I was like, okay, have a nice day, and they were like, yep, bye, and I was like,
wait a minute,
wait a second. This was supposed to be the most pleasant part of my day.
I do have one doctor's office that I call where it happens many times. They answer the phone by saying, Dr. So-and-so's office, can you hold, please? You know, and I try, at that point, I try to be, I say, sure. You know, I try to like, no problem. Do what you got to do. I'll be here.
Yeah.
You know?
I always go with like, yeah, absolutely. No problem.
Yeah. But I hear you.
I hear you. I don't like it when they're not overly positive. I do have some answers here for the random question.
So what is it that you are really bad at no matter how hard you try?
Dana says, and I don't know if you should be saying this on the internet. I feel like this is part of your job, but he said driving the boo-boo bus. I won't tell anybody if you don't tell anybody.
No, we won't. We'll keep that.
Abby said staying in touch with people.
Oh, that's a good one.
I will be great for a couple weeks and then disappear and then come back like nothing happened. I think I've mentioned this before. I used to be the person that like you text me, I text you right back, like instantly, because I hated waiting.
Right.
And like I'll double text you, don't even care. Nowadays, like if you text me a question, I don't know if it's like I'm busy. Like I'll look at it and be like, yeah, I'll get to that later, and then I will forget for like 3 days. Like that is the new me, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Abby. That's probably one too.
Staying in touch is tough.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. I did have some more down here. Justin said calculus. Okay, but you're not trying hard to master calculus. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but do you think anyone can master calculus, or is it a gift? I mean, I can't do it. I've been so far removed from the game.
Point. I don't know. That'd probably be a question for like a math teacher, maybe.
Okay.
Like I was pretty good at calculus, but like I didn't practice calculus.
Okay.
I don't know if you can train yourself to be good at it. You probably could. I feel like if you put enough hours into something, you can get good at it.
All right.
But I also, no clue. Gail said balance. Is that something you can, I feel like that's something you have or you don't. Is that something you can change about yourself? I don't think, like, can you practice balance? I don't know.
They had me practicing it in physical therapy.
So maybe.
So, yeah.
I think that's a good one, though. I think a lot of people could agree. Kat said drawing.
Oh, yeah, she did mention that yesterday.
Art class, I struggled so much, LOL. Yeah, drawing's interesting. I feel like, but that's a thing, too, where I feel like if you put enough time in, because there's all these, like, hidden things in drawing that you don't know about that, like, real artists use. Like, I remember I took an art class in high school. I really liked it. And you learn about, like, I don't know, you draw grids on the paper and you know how to, like, I don't know, different strategies on how to, shade.
There was a guy on TikTok. Yes, Mom, and TikTok. There was a guy on TikTok who said, "Want to draw a giraffe?" And he did, like you said, he had this paper that was, and he said, "You draw a circle here, circle there,
the shapes,
and then before you know it, damn,
it's a giraffe.
That's a giraffe."
It's like you start with like the most basic look, but you do it light enough, you can erase some stuff at the end, like. Drawing's crazy. Kat, I think if you spent more time drawing, you'd be good at it. Gail said, my kids say I'm bad at cooking. In reality, I just don't like it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's bold for them to just straight up be like, you're bad at it. I critique jokingly, but
yes, you do. Yeah.
But that's about it. Abby said, I'm weird. I liked calculus. Really?
Wow.
Really? You enjoyed it. Because like being good at it, I understand. I was good at it. But to say you liked it. I didn't like it.
Wow.
That's crazy. Gail said, I've been practicing for my life since I started walking. Don't put me on a balance beam.
Huh.
That's interesting.
It is. I wonder if you have some kind of inner ear thing or something.
Maybe. Yeah. Ears are crazy. Like,
Ears?
If you got a slight problem in your ear, it throws off like the entire earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy. That's all I got, though. Dana said tofu is protein made from soybeans.
Doesn't sound too appetizing, does it?
It looks like cream cheese. Is that correct?
I think you're right.
I feel like I saw someone cutting tofu the other day. I don't know why. Probably TikTok. And it looks like cutting up a bar of cream cheese.
Cream cheese. I think you're right. It does.
You cook it like meat, right?
I think so.
You cook it in the oven.
I think so.
And I mean, it doesn't melt. Cream cheese would melt.
Did you have an answer for us on what do you find? What is something you can do?
I always do this. I guess I focus on everybody else's answers. I feel like I'm sort of the same as you. Is like if I'm bad at something, I just don't do it. Well, not that I don't do it. Either if I'm bad at something and I want to get good at it, I work extremely hard and until a point where I'm
decent at it. Yeah.
I probably Call of Duty. I've mentioned this before.
Oh, you did mention that.
Also, I'm getting better. Like I'm okay now. I would say I'm a strong okay at Call of Duty. But I used to put in hours of Call of Duty, like back in like 7th grade, probably more than I'm proud of, and I was so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So probably Call of Duty.
Okay.
Not Madden, though. Take me on in Madden, see what happens.
All right.
Gary says, Matt, we need to play some COD together. Let's make it happen.
COD.
Live on stream. I don't even know how we would do that, but let's do it.
Finally today, we have the dad post. This is something that I found on Facebook this week, and I said, we got to bring this
Speaking of dad posts, you're looking like a dad with your shirt there.
Am I?
We've now resulted. It was like make it a great day, then it was make day, and now it's just like make duh, mac duh.
Well, it's
That's better.
It's like Mom always says. I don't sit up. I always don't.
Make
sit
it a
up
great.
straight.
Make it a great dav.
Make it a great dav.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, I came across this post on Facebook, and well, let me just say that yesterday he was reading it to Mom and Kat,
Yeah.
and while we were eating lunch, and we had to stop eating because we were going to choke or spit our food out. So, do you want to lead the way? And
Yeah, I'll read a couple.
Go right ahead. If you want to say you do that, that's you.
I
You
mean,
did that.
I think if we were to make a score, I don't know how many here. I think you only missed like 2. Let's see. How dad are you? This first one hits me in the soul. Well, guess it's free then. When a cashier has trouble scanning an item, every time, and we mention this every time.
Yes,
but like, do you think you made the joke? Do you think you made it?
Hey, here's so funny.
Found it after pointing a stud finder at your chest. I feel like it's you have to do it. Also,
Yeah, I've done that.
I will
Yeah.
say that let me put the camera on. Look at me in the eyes. I will tell me not anybody that has a dad when they pick up tongs. You got to click them.
Yeah,
You
I
have
do
to.
that too.
Every time you
Yeah.
pick up tongs, click them. You gotta make sure they work because if there's one thing that you can never trust to work, it's tongs.
It's tongs. Yeah, you can never trust it.
Anyways, back to this.
Back to the list. Yeah,
Looks like we'll have to amputate when a kid has a minor injury.
I've done that.
I've heard that about 70 times in the past week. Let's rock and roll when it's time to leave.
Yep.
Come on, kids. Let's rock and roll, kids. Come on, kids.
Kids are like, what?
Yeah. Oh, this one. Everybody. Did you fall in when a kid takes too long in the bathroom?
I've done that.
Not even just you. Like, I feel like everyone in my life at some point has said, they must have fallen in. It's like, no, Pete. We're taking care of business
Yeah.
like you have to do because you're a human.
Not reading a sports page like you do.
But thanks for letting everybody know, Pete. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, you're other right when someone mistakes left or right. That's just mean. People don't get their left and rights, okay? Mm-hmm. What's the damage before looking at a bill? It's so funny how collectively like this is like everyone goes through this. You think you're going through life and it's like, why does my dad always say what's the damage?
Yeah.
Well, it's because apparently there's a dad handbook somewhere where you got to say what's the
Which
damage.
none of us has ever read, but we know it.
No.
Yeah.
Where are we? Can you do mine next when seeing a neighbor washing their car? Washing their car, mowing their lawn. Like, I can't tell you how many times I'm outside and someone's like, oh, you got me next.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
I don't even want to do this one.
Yeah. How much are you paying me? It would be my next question. It always is my next question, actually. I was just resting my eyes after falling asleep on the couch. Every Sunday.
Yeah.
Every football Sunday.
Kat really enjoyed that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real quick, Abby says, gotta go make it a great day. Yes, make it a great day.
Make it a great day.
Peace. What's next? Guess they'll let anyone in here when seeing a friend in public. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. I feel like TV is partially to blame for a lot of these because that's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen so many SNL skits with that line.
Yep.
Guess they let anyone in here. Glad we're not going that way when seeing traffic on the other side of the road. That is every road trip with Pete and Trish.
Pretty much.
My name's not Trish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't get very far without these after forgetting your keys. Mm-hmm. Again, every single time. Look, horses when driving past horses. Or insert any farm animal.
And we also used to point out every fire station.
That was for Doug.
To Doug,
Yeah.
because he was a big fire guy.
Yeah, fire station, woo woo.
Yeah, we used to go, fire station, woo woo.
Yep. And now he's in the Navy. That worked out. I'm not paying to heat the whole neighborhood when the door is open. That wouldn't even work.
That, and my mom used to say, did you grow up in a barn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not heavy, just awkward when carrying something heavy.
Yeah, we don't want to admit to it.
I guess it's a pride thing. Can't admit that it's,
No, I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm strong.
People don't know how to drive in this town. In every town you're in. Yeah. Or on a road trip with Trish, it's every state you're in.
Yes.
Oh, you can't trust people in New Jersey to drive.
No, they don't know how to drive.
Yep. Where are we? We needed this rain every time it rains. Yeah, you notice how every time it rains, you've been going through a drought for like 6 months?
Yeah.
You probably haven't, but that's the way it feels with everybody that points out, oh, we needed this. And it's all like thumbs on the belt buckle. Oh, we needed this rain.
Yeah, you have to do the pose.
Everybody suddenly is like a wheat farmer when you get there. Oh, we
needed this rain.
We needed this for the crops. Yep. We definitely needed this for the crops. Meanwhile, Pete's growing like half, dead basil in a potting bench.
Wait a minute.
That's how they get you after declining additional warranty protection. Yep. Back already? How was it when someone comes back inside because they forgot something? That's like
guilty.
And it sucks because you forgot something and you're like, I have to go in.
Right.
But
and
he's
they're
gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
Yeah.
Or like if they know the destination, like if you're going to a football game, you come back in because you forgot something. Oh, how's the game? Who won? Who won the game? It's like, oh my God. Think of new material. New material.
Yeah, we should.
Let me ask Tom Stewart if you're watching. Tom
Yep.
Stewart. If you went on stage and every time you were like, oh, we needed this rain, you'd get no laughs, right? Because you said that joke a million times. That's what this is like. Help them get new material, Tom.
New material, Tom. Yeah.
Let's see. Last one. That's not going anywhere after tying something down. And spoiler, it probably fell off the roof of the car. Yeah, in the middle of the road. Caused a traffic jam for the other people on the side to say, oh, glad I'm not going that way. Yeah.
So, maybe two of those I don't use?
All the people, dads, I would extend this past dads because I just think it's everybody says that. What'd you score on that? Because Pete got like, I don't know, how many were there? Somebody count. But you probably only missed like one of them.
One or two.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody have anything? Dana said every time with the tongs.
Every time, yeah. You have to make sure they work.
Dana said, no, you're other right, when we were in marching band. Yeah.
We used to do that with our short cat softball team. Our shortstop could never get a left there. So we'd be, the coaches would say, hey, 2 steps to your left. No, your other left.
Yeah. You love that. You love that line. Let's see.
Yep.
Mia says, my father-in-law always says a bushel of 50s when at a restaurant. When the server asks if he needed anything else, a bushel of 50s. I will give him a little credit. It seems a little bit original. I've never heard that personally.
I don't think I have either. No.
So I mean,
I've heard
sure
like $1 million.
I'm sure you guys have probably heard him say it like a million times.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Kat said, Matt, you missed my favorite one. What's the damage? I think I said that one, but if I missed it, Kat trying to trip me up out here.
What's the damage?
Justin,
why have I done that a lot? I don't know.
What's the damage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Or let me add one to the list real quick.
Oh.
Kat, tell me not.
I'm ready.
You're all at family dinner. You're all out to eat. Whoever grabs the check, because I used to just grab the check normally just to look because I'm nosy. Okay. And I would grab it and look. Everybody at the table. Oh, Matt's paying. I guess Matt's paying. Tell me not. That's what they do. Anytime someone that's not paying picks up the check, oh, that person's paying.
Oh, good.
I'm like 6. I literally have a duct tape wallet with a $5 Disney dollar bill in it. And they're like, Matt's paying. It's like, do you want to get arrested?
Yeah.
You want me to pay? Yeah, sure. Have fun in jail, Pete.
See how this works.
Yeah. And Justin did say, don't let him fool you guys. He's a wizard on the sticks, talking about Call of Duty. If you guys need a hype man, get Justin, because I'm not good at Call of Duty, but every second he's like, nah, you're nasty.
You're nasty, man.
You're nasty. You should join some tournaments, man. Gamble your life on this. I'm like, I'm not good at Call of Duty. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Anything else? No?
Kat said 100,000% to that. Yeah.
I'm glad we could make you laugh.
Yep.
That'll do it for today. Don't forget, we do have merch available now.
Merch, check it out.
The link is in the description down below, and we will also post it on Facebook later today. Hopefully, we started your day off with a good note, because that is always our goal here. If you enjoy what we do, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We're live weekdays here on YouTube and also available on all of your favorite podcast apps, so check that out. And don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail with your questions, comments, birthdays, or anniversaries. It's 774-473-9910. We'll be back tomorrow. We will be here on the Veterans Day. We leave you with our thought for the day, and our thought today is keep your mind going in the right direction, and your body will catch up with it. No matter what, make it a great day. Peace.